My name is Sadie Hayes, and I wanted to be a part of this project because the stories that you can tell, I think especially when you have something matched with music, music has such a way of bringing people in, and then when it's matched with having a visual story, that's something that's really powerful. And I have witnessed bullying and seen how it can affect people, and it's like a tornado where it collects everyone, even the bullies themselves, and just brings everyone into a really deep, dark hole. And I think projects like this is what makes people think about it, and it addresses it, and that's the most important thing.
I was a victim of bullying throughout my schooling years. I was bullied for many different reasons, because I was too tall, because I was too short, because I tried too hard in school, because I didn't try as much in school. There were so many different ways I was singled out from everyone else in my group, by classmates, only by a few teachers, but I didn't really care for the teachers as much as my classmates. So I decided that to try and change myself to fit what they wanted me to be, and I realized I was more miserable than I was being bullied. And the only reason I am still here today is because I had such a supportive family who helped me through it, because in my times of distress I tried to kill myself a few times. I failed, but the marks of my marks of attempts are still in my mind, and the memories I have of how I felt are still there. But I feel that the reason this project is so powerful is because it shows you from a point of view of what it really does to a kid, to anyone really, when they're singled out by anyone, and how they feel when they have no one to talk to.
For me, like, everyone in the world has been bullied at least once, you know, and for me it's never gotten that severe, but it is something that happens in our daily lives, and we often just think it as it's okay, but it's really not okay.
The verbal was probably worse because the bruises heal, but the emotional bruises just don't. Those stick.
Those kind of things can like pop up too, like for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Like seriously.
Yeah.
Because that's what's messed up about it. And that's what I think is the most messed up about verbal abuse, is like you can be 40, 60 years old and like it can hit you, like something that happened in high school. And like that can make you sad, and that's a super personal thing.
I guess dynamic, and that it's not something that should just be glossed over. I really like the concept of this project that doesn't just take the side of the victim, but it also shows that, you know, the bully needs to be taken care of as well. So I really liked that twist, and I never looked at it that way before. So I'm really excited to spread that message that we need to do something about bullying on both sides of the spectrum, because it's a very important issue that's rising and it's not getting any better, and we need to take action and save lives.
In my generation, it's so prevalent, it's just sickening. It is so sad to see people that you know that are bullied, and they're basically just like torn down. It tears them apart until they're not the same person anymore.
So a problem's going to be a problem. It's not going to go away unless we talk about it, we put it out there in the ether, and the more we do that, I think the more we can start to change things.
I recall as a child being bullied, and it was not a great experience. And as I'm in this music video, I'm actually experiencing the fear that students are going through, you know, in this modern day era. And I can also see the fear in the actual bully and what it leads the bully to do. So just being a part of this brings us together and sends a message throughout the world that, you know, bullying needs to stop, and we need to help, and we need to love each other.
It's not really talked about as much as it should be. So I think to do something like this it's very important, because it really shows you behind the eyes of someone who's going through these problems, that feels insecure about themselves, that is getting bullied, that doesn't feel like they belong in the places they are. So I think it's a really great cause.
Like, use what you have to change the world, and I want to be an activist for anti-bullying, because that's not right on any level, and I will not tolerate that whenever I see it.
I had a very, very dear friend who killed herself when she was 17, and and we were very, very close family friends, and we grew apart in high school, and I had noticed that she had changed a little bit, but I had never noticed, I never knew that she was going through that, and so I have always wanted to be a part of something like this ever since I had gone through that.
Well, I'm out here in support of kindness and love and equality, and no one deserves to be put down or feel like they're less than anyone else.
We can come out of this and we can be strong, and if we all come together and if we're all supportive of each other, that we can totally turn our lives upside down and be great.